Hi guys, this is a short video on the glass that we use in our shop. We're just going over all of the solid and hollow and color and frit and dichro and line tubing and everything that we use. So stick with us.
Here we go. So we pick up a lot of our glass locally here in town at Gray Matter Glass. Our clear, we get there, and you can get clear in pretty much any way you want it. You can buy it a stick at a time, or you can buy cases like what we have. It's a lot cheaper to buy cases. I think whenever you go and buy clear solid like this, it's like almost $5 a pound. I think it's $4.80 or something like that. Tubing, we buy that by the case as well, just because it's so much cheaper. If you can afford to buy it by the case, do it, because otherwise this is a stick of 38, and I think normally it's like $24 if you buy it by the stick. If you buy it by the case and buy multiple cases, you get a hell of a discount. Definitely buy cases. We use all different sizes in our solid. We use 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 10, 16, 20. I think that's all we do mainly in solid, and that's all millimeter. And then for our hollow, we use 38 by 4, 44 by 4, and for blow tubes I like the 12 mil heavy wall, and we also use the 9.5 heavy wall for the tubing as well.
And all of the clear glass comes in 5-foot sticks.
5-foot sticks, which you see
Both
right here.
Solid and hollow. The hollow piece that Jace showed you has already been cut by him. But they all do come for us cut in 5-foot sticks. And then we have to chop them down from there to make them workable.
Whatever you want, whatever size.
And the hollow, Jason will pull into points for a lot of his work.
Which are...
And that's what most of his work starts off as.
And then we also get our color from there as well at Gray Matter. And we use pretty much all the color companies, not all of them. We prefer Glass Alchemy. We use a lot of North Star. We use a lot of Tag.
Molten Aura.
We love Molten Aura. They've got the best white. But anyway.
And a lot of the colors we use, we get accustomed to using certain colors and we'll stay away from other colors. But you can see, watch out Jace, we have Glass Alchemy up there, and we have North Star over there. Molten Aura doesn't have one for us yet, but hopefully someday we'll get one of those posters. And what do those run price wise?
Price wise, you're looking at anywhere from like $4 a stick all the way up to, what did we figure out?
$17 a stick.
For the ones we use. There's colors that run far greater than that. Colors like Gold Ruby and things like that run into the hundreds of dollars for very, very little. I think it's like $500 or $600 for a pound of Gold Ruby. I could be off on that, but I know it's pretty well right around in there. And then discontinued colors, it just all really kind of depends.
The ones we use run about $4 an ounce all the way up to $17 an ounce. Each stick is about an ounce, so you get about 16 sticks to the pound, of course.
Roughly. Some are more, some are less, and it all depends on the batch that's being pulled, because most all of this is done by hand.
Mm-hmm.
So none of it is exact every time. It's just not.
And we use just those 4 companies usually: North Star, Glass Alchemy, Troutman Art Glass, and Molten Aura. Sometimes we use Chinese sticks.
Very rarely.
I don't remember the name of the company that we use for Chinese sticks. We don't use it very often. And I'll put the link to the companies below for you guys. And we buy all of our glass local, so it might cost just a little bit more than what we would pay online, but we're okay with that.
Or it may be even less, I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on what's going on. And if we're ordering online, we like to use Mountain Glass.
Yeah. And the tubing runs $2 a stick all the way up to $30 a stick.
Just depending on what diameter of tubing you're getting, or if it's thin wall, medium wall, heavy wall, extra heavy wall. It just all depends. And it goes, tubing goes from, I think this is the smallest tubing I have ever seen. And I don't remember what this is. I think it's like 2 or 3 millimeter.
Yeah.
And that is tubing. It's hollow.
We have that, but we don't use it very often.
And then like the largest that we spin by hand is 50 mil. But I don't like to spin anything usually much more than 44. It gives me forearm cramps and it's just almost impossible to use by hand. You usually use that or bigger in a lathe. Okay, so for that, we also get milli from Gray Matter as well. They carry milli. This is milli that I made. We get our milli from either I make it or we pick it up on IG, or we get it from Colorado Company, Colorado Color Company.
And that's just made by different artists whenever we pick it up on Colorado Color Company, right?
Yeah, they've got a couple of different artists. And milli is funny. It can run anywhere from $3 a gram to like hundreds of dollars a gram, just depending on the maker and availability. There's many different variables and factors that go into that whenever you go to purchase milli.
That's why whenever we're working on projects and someone goes, can you just put this image milli in one of your projects, it's really difficult to determine if we can do that or not, because you just don't know how much it's going to cost and where to find it.
If
or
you're going to be able
it.
to find it.
And then Jason's really good at making milli, but it takes a lot of color to make milli, so it's hard to do it on a regular basis without spending lots of money to do it.
And it's a lot of effort and a lot of time. And
how many pounds do you think you put in a milli?
It depends on how big. You definitely put pounds of glass into a milli. Yeah. There's pounds of glass into a milli. And then just the understanding of how it's created and being able to make it and all that stuff. I can make milli. I'm not a milli maker by any means. There's people out there that make fabulous stuff. I'm still working on it, but
and we run the risk of the milli not working out, so it's tough for us to just make them all the time.
It sucks to eat a couple of pounds of glass and something bad happens and then your whole batch goes to shit and then all that time and glass is gone. And speaking of Colorado Company, Colorado Color Company, their line tubing, that's who I get all of my line tubing from. There's some more.
And that's for hollow work.
This is all hollow work. I have another little section of it over here. They also make dichro tubing.
And that's the only dichro we really ever use, is just in that hollow tubing.
They're the only people that I buy color tubing from. If I'm buying it, they're the only people that I buy it from. Otherwise, I just make it myself.
Yeah.
But lately,
it's about $65 per sample pack, and I think you get, 8 pieces of tubing?
Roughly
5
about
to 8 pieces of tubing.
And it's not seconds, and it's not firsts. It's just like odds and ends.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly happy with that. This is one of their batches of their firsts. And I've gotten a couple of just sticks of their firsts, and I can't say enough good things about Colorado Color Company. It's just like whenever I use my own tubing, I don't have to sit there and feather it in the flame whenever I stick it in. I can pretty much just go to work with it, and I've never had a single piece of it explode on me yet. Knock on wood. And I've been working I've done a handful of pieces with this stuff already. Very happy with it.
You do all of your Puffco, not all of them, but a lot of your Puffco attachments and carb caps.
Carb caps.
You've done some solid marbles with them too.
And they do solid diacryl as well, and I like buying their diacryl. Usually, guys, I'm not too awful good with it, but their stuff, I don't ever seem to cook it.
To boil it.
It doesn't boil or scuzzles it. Yeah, it's just definitely good quality stuff.
And then the last thing we use is frit for our work, and that's just crushed up colored glass or clear glass. I use
comes like this for whenever you get it from Glass Alchemy. I think usually has it packaged like this. North Star comes like this. You can get it in lots of different courses or grits. It goes all the way from super ultra fine. Open this up. It's like so powdery fine. If you blow on it, it just goes everywhere. Definitely don't breathe that like it shows you right there. That will kill you. Then what's this one? This one is not quite as fine, but it's a different kind of fine. The Glass Alchemy fine is definitely a finer fine than North Star fine. If that makes any
and
sense
those
at all.
colors in frit do pretty much the same thing they do as in the rod. So like if we have a like the Dragon's Eye will be lots of different colors depending on how you work it in the flame. And
it's the same stuff. It's just crushed glass, and it's for different applications. It depends on what you're looking for. Color, the effect of the color, or with inside out, you put it on inside out and blow it out, and then it gives lots of little speckles on the inside. Janelle uses it on the outside of her, all kinds of her work, actually.
On my figures and stuff. And it runs like $16 all the way up to $30 for 4-ounce bottles or containers, all the way up to, I think they sell 16-ounce clear frit as well for about $20. But that's for lots and lots of applications without using a lot of money's worth of color. So you apply that to your clear and it gives you a lot of different applications. So that's all of the glass we use. We use hollow glass, we use solid clear glass, hollow clear glass, solid clear glass, lined tubing. We use the colored glass rods. We use frit. We use milli. I think that's it. A little bit of diacryl. I don't use diacryl, but Jason does.
I do. And this is it. Whenever you guys get stuff, this is what it comes from. It's raw nothingness, and then you get your happy little figures or your Puffco attachments or your marbles or whatever like that. So.
Yep. So that's where it starts off. I'll put links for everything that we use in the comments below. If there's any questions you guys have, just let us know.
Thank you.
Thanks.